In the quiet town of Arlingford, nestled between foggy hills and cobblestone street, there lived an old man named Elliot Granger. He ran a modest clock repair shop, Granger Timepieces, a kind of place tourists passed by without a second glance. Bow locals knew better. You see, Elliot wasn't just a clockmaker. He was the clockmaker. No one could fix a broken timepiece like him. Watches that hadn't ticked in decades sprang to life in his hands. Grandfather clocks that groaned and coughed like dying beasts chimed like new after a visit to Elliot. But there was one thing everyone in Arlingford whispered about. He never left his shop, not for groceries, not for church, not even when his own brother died. Every evening at exactly 6:17 p.m., Elliot would flip the closed side, pull the shutters, and disappear into the back room. People speculated. Maybe he was hiding stolen treasure. Maybe he was a recluse, or a war veteran with scars too deep to show. But no one knew for sure until a girl arrived. Her name was Mara, 24, curious eyes. She said she was studying horology, the art of timekeeping. She offered to work as his apprentice for free. Elliot said no. The next day, she came back with pastries. No again. The third day, she left a note. If time is your craft, why are you afraid of the past? That got his attention. By the end of the week, Mara was inside the shop, watching Elliot work in silence. Days turned into weeks. He never let her into the back room, but she learned the trade bit by bit. One rainy Tuesday, a man came in, a stranger, wearing a long coat and a silver ring shaped like a serpent. He placed a pocket watch on the counter. "Can you fix it?" Elliot examined it, and his face changed. Pale, like he'd seen a ghost. This isn't a timepiece," he whispered. "This is a key." The man just smiled. "Ben, you know what happens if it ticks again." Elliot refused the job. The man left without another word. That night, Elliot locked the doors tighter than usual. At 6:17, Mara pretended to leave, but she didn't. She waited, listened, then crept toward the back room. She expected dusty shelves and parts. What she found was a vault, a steel door, covered in gears and symbols, and beside it, a pedestal. On the pedestal lay a map and a note: "Do not wind the clock." She stared at the vault, then at her pocket. She'd stolen the watch of the Keef from Elliot's desk when he wasn't looking. Her fingers trembled. She wound it. The gears on the vault door spun violently. The door groaned open. Inside, darkness, and then movement. Figures blurred and jerky, like skipping film. Time was wrong in here. Elliot burst in, eyes wild. "What have you done?" "I wanted the truth," she cried. "What is this place?" He stepped forward slowly. "Prison," he said. "Poor things that should not exist in this world anymore." Time stood still, literally. The ticking stopped. The figures inside the vault were coming closer. Elliot turned to Mara. "I can't hold them back alone." Together they slammed the door shut but not before one shadow slipped through. It looked like a child, but when it opened its mouth, the voice was not a child's. It was her voice. "Time is broken," it said, "and you are the crack." Mara screamed. Elliot grabbed the serpent watch, twisted it in reverse, and everything froze. She woke up the next day in her apartment. No Granger timepieces, no Elliot, no town of Arlington, only the watch on her desk and a note. "Don't wind the clock again. Some doors, once opened, never truly close." The second hand began to tick.